Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to get on and say hi. Tell me where you're from. I would love to hear from you. I am going to do things a little differently tonight. I hope that's okay. I think you guys will enjoy what I'm going to do. I am in the process, hi Mary, of moving. We just announced on Sunday to our church family here that Jim got a job in Midland, Texas, which is where my daughter and son-in-law are. We're so excited about this. Hi, Mary, so good to see you. We are going to be moving to Midland, Texas. So it's exciting that we'll be in the same town as my daughter and son-in-law and our grandkids. Hi, Jenny. I know that some of you out there aren't as excited as we are about this new change in our lives. But we are looking forward to being closer to family and closer to our grandkids. We have felt kind of alone here recently, which is weird. You wouldn't think that that would be true after being here for 33 years, but everybody's life changes, right? So with that said, we have spent our entire last week just cleaning out our house of 23 years, emptying closets, emptying garages, emptying my craft room, cupboards, getting everything ready to show our house in the next couple of weeks. And I realized today, this is very sad, and Mary, your one order has not shipped yet. I was supposed to receive a large Stampin' Up order for my club ladies last Thursday. I realized today that I'd never seen it, and I'm like, that's weird. So I looked up online, and it says it was delivered on Thursday. Now, this would be a big box. It is not here. It is not at my house. UPS says they delivered it at 10:58 on Thursday. We have a Ring doorbell, and I've gone through all the video, and I don't even see that a UPS truck pulled up in front of my house, which is really odd. So now I'm in a little bit panic. And honestly, I would think, I would think, oh, I must have just set it off to the side somewhere. But you guys, there are no crevices left in this house that haven't been gone through in the last 2 weeks. So it is not here. Someone said, well, maybe they put it in the garage. We have emptied the garage. The garage is empty. It is not in there. So tomorrow I'm going to have to get on the phone with Stampin' Up and UPS and figure out where that order is, or if they need to send me a new one. I'm very upset about this. This has never happened to me in 15 years of being a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I have never had an order not show up when UPS says they delivered it. I've never had that happen. So that's a little troubling, right? It's always a little unsettling. Hi, everybody. Gosh, thank you so much for jumping on tonight. I'm so glad you're here. This is going to be a shorter than usual video because I couldn't get it together after packing and getting rid of stuff in my craft room all weekend long. And you'll also see that I did a lot of designing for other classes. So tonight, what I'm going to do, after I talk about a few classes of mine, oh, is that right? Renee, 3 extra days from when they said, well, this is saying, though, it was delivered. UPS is saying, we delivered it to your door at 10:58 on March the 2nd. But I am not seeing it. They're not saying it's delayed or whatever. It's just saying we delivered it. So, and I don't think they did because I don't see Mr. UPS come to my door at all. So we'll figure that out. Not your problem. That's my problem, and I'll get it figured out. Okay. So I did, even though I spent the weekend, and you guys, my craft room really is in stellar condition right now. The realtor people are coming on Wednesday to start taking pictures of our house to put it online. And so we really had to, like, oh my gosh, it has been so much work. But with that said, I want to tell you, I'm going to be here till the end of May, at least. And so I'm going to tell you some things that I have coming up. I'm not giving up on Stampin' Up until I have to make that move and take a little break, okay? Vanessa, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I've missed you. All right, so what I'm going to do is flip the camera down and over, okay? So give me half a second here. You know how this goes. Got to watch me flip everything over. Okay, so one thing I want to tell you about is that I am within $1,200 of reaching my $200,000 in career sales goals. That's a big deal. I get a little bonus with that with Stampin' Up, but if you can help me with any orders this month at all, I would greatly appreciate it. This is the host code that is current right now. MRA3UWY2, and I will put a link for that host code that goes directly into my Tuttle Up shop, and you can order and have it sent directly to you, or if you need me to help you with your order, I would be happy for that. So I want to show you some of my cards, and if those of you who are coming to my frog party this weekend, you might want to close your eyes if you don't want to see what we're making, but I'm very excited about what we're making. Be sure to say hi when you come on here so I know you're here. Okay, so my frog party, as you guys know, are for my customers who spent a minimum of $100 in January and February, pushed together, cumulative. Okay, I had 16 customers qualify for the frog party, and the frog party is an exclusive host-only stamp set. The only way you can get this stamp set is if you spent over $150 and you wanted to buy the frogs. Hi, Debbie. Nice to see you. Okay, so At the Pond is the stamp set that I'm using for my class on Saturday that is just for my customers who spent over $100 during celebration. So if you don't want to see what we're making, you can close your eyes, okay? So I'm warning you, those of you who are watching right now that are invited, if you don't want to see, if you want to be surprised, close your eyes. Okay, so which one to show you first? I don't know. This one is so cute. I used 3 different stamp sets for this card. This is On the Horizon, and this is those sentiments called, here, let me pull it over here, Charming Sentiments, Oceanfront, Charming Sentiments, and the frog set. Isn't that cute? Hey there, what's new? So it looks like he's sitting on a pond, doesn't it? With the little fireflies and dragonflies flying around him. I even put some of those stone pebble embellishments around him, so it looks like there's rocks. So cute. So that's the first card. Here's the second card, a little bright and fun, and it says, "We're in this together." Aren't they cute sitting on their little log together? This would be good for a friend that you're doing a big project with, a coworker, an anniversary card for your husband or wife. Isn't that cute? And I added some of those sequin embellishments there. This is a card that is especially for the men in our lives. It kind of has a masculine feel. And I'm using one of those dragonfly trinkets up there. This is the simplest of all the cards. Smiles across the miles is what it says. So for the men in your life, that is that one. And then I love this one because this is that sideways frog. And he is shooting out hearts on his little tongue. Or maybe he's grabbing hearts. I don't know. One or the other. But I just wanted to say I love that we are friends. Now, I know this has a Valentine feel with it, right? But who doesn't doesn't love love, right? Who doesn't want to tell a friend, I love you? You're a great friend. So anyway, those are the 4 cards that we will be making. There will be some special goodies with that as well. So that's exciting. And then the next class that I have coming up the next weekend, which is Saturday, March the 18th, from 10 to 12:30, is called Bunny Tails and Carrot Tops. You will make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs, and a 3D gift item. So I started, and again, if you don't want to see what I'm making, close your eyes. I started doing some designing, and I really love this one because it looks like a chocolate egg. And I don't know if you can tell, but I embossed it with that gingham embossing folder. So it kind of has some texture to it. That super simple card just says Happy Easter. This is a combination of the Thanks a Bunch carrot set and the Happy Easter bunny set. Isn't that fun? I love you a bunch. I thought that was super cute. And then this one says, I just thanks a bunch. Okay, so these are my first 3 cards. I still have another card and a 3D gifty item to design for the bunny class. But you'll make 2 of each of these, plus 1 more that I haven't designed yet, plus a 3D gifty item in that class. It's called Bunny Tails and Carrot Tops. And I have lots of fun little cute things to go with that. The next week is Lighting the Way bundle class, and it is on March the 30th at 6:30 p.m. here at my house. We're going to make 4 cards using the Lighting the Way bundle. Now, this is the bundle that has the fireflies and all this stuff, but it has an adorable die set that makes a lantern, and we're going to be doing some super fun things. We're going to be making some light up cards, and this is a little more advanced class, okay? So if you would like to come to the Lighting the Way bundle, let me know, or make sure you're a part of my email newsletter list, because that's where all the links are to get registered. But even on my Facebook page here, I've also added my events and links so that you can get registered. Now, just announcing for the first time right now, I'm going to have my bingo night. This is going to be via Zoom. So anyone across the United States, anyone who's out there right now that doesn't live in Lincoln, Nebraska, can still come to bingo night. We will make 4 cards using the Sweet Citrus bundle. That's the bundle in the mini catalog that has the lemons, limes. It could be lemons, limes, grapefruit, or oranges. It could be any of those. We'll make 4 cards. We're going to play 6 games of bingo. We're going to get prizes. Gift certificates is what I give, but I also do some Prize Patrol prizes as well. This is just announced. This is my first time to announce this, and all the information about bingo night will be in my newsletter tomorrow, okay? All right, so that is all that news. Now, we have some new things coming up at Stampin' Up, and one of the things is called online exclusives. Now, every company has online exclusives these days. The Loft. I shop at the Loft a lot. A couple weeks ago, I went to the store and I found this really cute pair of pants, and I was like, can I please buy these pants in a bigger size? Can you order them for me? And they said, well, these were returned, but this is an online exclusive, and the only way you can get them is not in the store, but online. So I'm sure all of you are familiar with that. Now, here's the deal with our new online exclusives. This has never happened before in Stampin' Up. It's something new they're trying. You don't know how long they're going to be around. We don't know if they'll be around forever. We don't know if you're going to be able to buy them 6 months from now, or if they're going to sell out in a matter of weeks, okay? And they're never going to be in a printed catalog. They're only going to be offered online. Now, the nice thing about this for us is that it allows us to offer things in the middle of, there's a catalog period where one catalog is ending and the other one hasn't started yet. This is always a bit awkward, but we're going to have these products in our online exclusives that are going to be available anytime, and they're going to keep pulling them in, right? So that is something you're going to always want to look at. Now, the most recent one that they let us as demonstrators order early is this suite that's called Hello Irresistible. Okay, hi Kathy, thanks for joining me. Okay, so Hello Irresistible comes with a stamp set, a set of dies. You can also order an embossing package that is like 3 different embossing folders. This one is kind of like flower stars. I'll be able to show you more in a little bit. This one's kind of a hashtag crosshatch. Maybe that's a better way of saying design. And this one looks kind of like bubble wrap. It's more than polka dots. It's like you want to be able to smash those bubbles. So that's fun. And then this paper is gorgeous. It is called Hello Irresistible Design. They just kept the names the same. So fun patterns on the front, fun colors. There's some new colors coming out soon. Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock are coming back. We're doing a color refresh soon. It also has some Flirty Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, maybe a little soft succulent in there. This one's very pretty, right? And the cool thing is, look, this paper, and I'll show you this on my card that I'm going to make, you can cut out, look, those blooms, and maybe I have this turned the wrong way. Let's turn it the other way, with the dies. Isn't that cool? Now, I'll tell you, since I was making 21 of my cards, I'll tell you what I did. I'm going to give you a little trick. I put a little glue in the 4 corners here, and I ran this through my embossing machine and was able to cut 2 out at once, because right underneath it, if you line it all up right, is another bloom exactly the same size. So I was able to do half the die cutting to get those blooms cut. But it is fun that the dies, right, also cut out the blooms on the embossing folder, on the DSP. There's also dies that will cut out the leaves that are in this paper, and all of the backs are kind of a watercolor. Hi, Roz, how are you? Here's another one, very soft and pretty. I love this. I use that on my, I use this pattern on my swaps as well. That's subtle. So on the back side of each one, so it's a print on one side and kind of a watercolor, more subtle look on the back. This is definitely that Pretty Peacock look, right? So we know that color's coming back, and then that's the back side. So pretty. Here's the same as that pink. You can cut these flowers out. Here's a cute kind of leafy design. That's the back. That is that Lost Lagoon and the Daffodil Delight. I really love the colors. Here's soft suede, Lost Lagoon, maybe Pretty Peacock. So the colors in this are Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Soft Seafoam. Okay, so maybe that isn't soft succulent. It's probably soft seafoam. So that's the designer series paper. And as of a little bit ago, it was still available. So I first want to show you, oh, good, Roz. Now, there's a piece of this suite that is no longer available, like I told you. Well, I don't know if it's no longer. It's currently unavailable. Are these loose frosted dots. Now, they are loose. They're frosted on one side. Let's see if I can show you that here. See, it's kind of frosted on that side. And then, but they are not self-adhesive. Now, some people hate that and some people love that. Honestly, when I was making 21 cards of the same thing, I didn't want to fiddle with non-adhesive dots trying to get them all on my card. So I didn't use those. I didn't even use them. I haven't even used these yet. So having them not available has not affected me. Okay, I'm going to put this aside for just a minute because I want to show you some of the beautiful swaps that I got. I participated in a swap, which is why I had to do 21 cards. Isn't it fun? It is really a fun suite. But there's some other things in the online exclusive that I haven't gotten in quite yet. There's a rhino bundle. There's a new punch that has, what's that, broadleaf, that's kind of tropical looking, maybe jungly looking, that has a punch that goes with it. So be sure to get on the TuddleUpShop.com and look at those online exclusives and see if there's any there that you like. Because like I said, you'll never see them in a catalog. Okay, so here's a card by Janice Waitman. Janice is from the New Orleans area. I met her when we had backstage in New Orleans. I sat by her one morning, and super nice lady. And this is her card. Looks like she used some vellum. Can you guys see it? You can see it okay through the packaging. So good. All right, so that was from Janice Waitman. Looks like she cut those flowers and leaves out of the paper like I did. Here's another beautiful card. This is using more of that soft seafoam. And this one is from Nancy Thompson from New York. She's from New York. So isn't that pretty? Very pretty. Okay, this one, I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. This was from Sandy Carlson. Sandy lives in Minnesota. I met her in St. George last summer. So very nice lady. This one, and this is one of the dies. See, it cuts this circle design out, this kind of geometric, almost, what do I want to say, solar looking circle. It's very contemporary is what I'm trying to say. There is that really cool kind of flower looking embossed piece behind it. And this is from Lonnie Pilar from Ludington, Michigan. Okay, so this one, isn't that pretty? Hooray, it's your day. Really soft colors, aren't they? This is from Kathy Miller, and there are two Kathy Millers. I'm not sure which Kathy Miller this is. It's either my friend Kathy Miller from Michigan, or there's another Kathy Miller from Ohio, I think. So I'm not sure which one that is. Okay, couldn't be happy. Now look at this embossing folder. Do you see here? Let me pull this out. It feels like bubble. I know. I've ordered 2 packs as well, Kathy, because it is just so pretty. Okay, can you see those bubbles? They're more than polka dots. They feel like poppers or a bubble wrap or something. It's super cool. Couldn't be happier. She stamped inside. That's super pretty. So this group that I did this swap with, you were required to put something inside the card. A lot of swaps, they don't require that, but this one, they did. And this is from Lynn Field Camp, and she is from White Bear Township, Minnesota. Okay. This one is cool. They embossed, it looks like they put vellum behind it and embossed it all at once. Super cool. And that is Ruth Bingle. I'm not sure where Ruth lives right now. I feel like Arkansas. She moved recently. This is super pretty. That's that die cut piece I was telling you about. Now you can die cut it and make it look like this and it holds all together, or you can cut away that insert and it just creates the wreath. This one is from Glenda Calkins, and she's from Hudsonville, Michigan. Another super pretty card. That even looks like it's heat embossed in black on there. Super pretty. This is from Stella McKay. Stella McKay. I don't know where Stella lives. Couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. These are all just so pretty. I can't wait to give these away to friends and family. This is from Rose Ward. Rose. It doesn't say where Rose lives. 845 area code. So Rose Ward. Of the candy buttons we bought. Oh, you're right, Ross. Those candy buttons, I do remember that. This one is super pretty, and this is from Leanne Groff. Leanne's a big-time demonstrator. I love watching her videos. I met her in St. George as well. Isn't that pretty? She did kind of a Z-fold card there. Very pretty. And she used, here, let me pull that out here. We have also in the online exclusive this bronze metallic kind of floral woodsy looking prints. Isn't that pretty? So one looks kind of like birch, and this one kind of looks as bronze and kind of looks like wildflower. Super pretty. And so it looks like she even colored it. Maybe colored this paper. Pretty. Okay, so that was from Leanne Groff. This one is from Melanie Coverston. Very pretty colors she used on that one. She must have had some of that Lost Lagoon or Pretty Peacock. I have no idea where mine is. Now, this was interesting. She did not even use the stamps or dies. She only used the sentiments from that set. I like you. And it looks like she used the ginkgo branch there. And maybe that embossing folder that looks like stucco almost. And this is Layla Minky. This is super pretty. This is from Kelly Atchison. Kelly is from Michigan. She's a super fun demonstrator. This is a kind of a cool one. Let me open this one. This is from Susie Wood, and she's from Sigourney, Iowa. I don't know if I've ever met Susie, but look how this opens. It's really interesting. Isn't that cool? It's kind of got that edge, that cut edge. And then I like how she used that punch to punch that corner out on all three pieces. It's very, very pretty. That is a neat design there. I might have to case that soon. Kelly is from Wisconsin. Is she? Oh, you're right. She is from Wisconsin. Sorry about that, Kelly. The reason why I thought she was from Michigan is because my friend Kathy Miller is a downline of Kelly Atchinson's, and she lives in Michigan, so I must have had that in my head. Okay, this one's super cute. Karen Titus is who made this one, and it's a cool kind of gatefold. I'll show you. Oh, it's a Z-fold as well. Very pretty. I like how she has that DSP behind this. A lot of times people just put a white panel, and it opens like that. Very pretty. That is from Karen Titus, and Karen lives in Minnesota. She does a lot of great videos as well. This one is from Denise Jorgensen, and she is in Wyoming. Very pretty. I used this die as well on my card. Super soft. Isn't that really soft and pretty? This one is from Barbara Dinehouse, Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. Barbara D-Y-K Dyke House. D-Y-K House is her last name. Oh, neat, Kathy. So have you met Kelly before? She's super fun. Yes, very pretty, wasn't it? Okay, so this one is one of those book fold cards. It is super pretty. This one is from Carol Slack in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. And she used that petal pink, almost suede looking, soft suede-ish looking. And it looks like she used a lot of Winkostella on that flower. That's very pretty. She put a little flower on the inside there. And I have one more, and then I'm going to show you mine. by making it because I didn't get one of my swaps back. Usually when you turn in swaps, you get one of your own back. This is from Laura Milligan. Lovely lady. Do you guys know Laura? B Stampers. And she is in Canton, Ohio. I met Laura at a leadership event. Isn't this so pretty? She is really a lovely lady. She is the one who designed the Queen Bee stamp set for her $1 Million stamp set. So it just says, hello, I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. Super cute card. Okay, so now let's get to mine, and then I will let you go for the night. I've given you lots of ideas. Okay, so what I did is I used a piece of Petal Pink cardstock. I'm going to fold that in half. Let's see if I have my bone folder handy. Yep, I do. That's lucky. All right. And then you need a piece of Petal Pink that is cut 4 by 5 1/4. But I ran it through that embossing folder that kind of has the star or petal look on it. And I am going to attach this to my card front here. Okay. And I'm going to just put that on there. That liquid glue gives me a little wiggle room. Isn't that already? I just loved this embossing folder. I hope you guys can see that pretty well. It is really pretty. Okay, now honestly, the hardest part about this whole thing was this piece right here. This is this die piece right here. And it's only hard because it's so flimsy and very fine. Like these lines are very little. Skinny is what I mean. And look, you know, it expands, so you have to be kind of careful about that. I tried this a lot of different ways. I tried using the adhesive back sheets. The problem with that, it was really hard to see where to pull up on it, and then even harder to get it to like once you put that adhesive sheet down, it's down, right? So honestly, the easiest way is to use a little bit of liquid glue, and I just like put dots where all these little circles are on here, these bubbles. I just put look, I'm just barely touching it, okay? Touch, touch, touch. Here, 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 okay? Then let me put a little bit right there. I just laid it on. Even with one end. I think I'm going to use that end there. And then I just let it sit for just a second with a clear block holding it down. Okay, so let me put that one there. And let me put this one right here, and I'm just going to let it sit for just a second. Now, imagine making 21 of these, right? I didn't really choose the easiest route to go here. Okay, so then I have a piece of white that is cut 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, and I cut a piece of that DSP, and really, I could use either side of this. Either side of it would be pretty. I think I'm going to use this side this time because I like how it kind of mimics that gold on that edging right there, right? It does kind of look like a starfish. Jeannie, that's a really good description. Okay, so I'm going to attach this right here to my white piece. All right, now I can move my blocks here because they have already done a good job of pressing that down for me. And I'm just going to shore up my edges here. Cut that off. And move that aside. Now, I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to pop it up. Isn't that already so pretty? It is just so pretty. So I might need to hold that down just in another second. I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back side of this. Right, like that. So give me your feedback out there. If you thought a UPS man should have says he left a package and it doesn't look like he did. Jeannie, I was telling him, we have cleaned out every inch of this house, right? Otherwise, I'd be like, oh, we're so out of whack. We could have, put it somewhere, forgotten. But, we cleaned out all our closets and all our storage and everything else. So, I don't know. We'll get it figured out. But if you're in my club, that's why I haven't gotten your order to you yet. It's because it's somewhere. I'm putting this little leaf right down here at the bottom. I just used a little liquid glue, and it looks like it squished out a little bit, but that's not going to matter because we're going to cover that up with some flowers here in just a second. Here's my third. Now, there's all these individual leaf dies that are a part of this die set. So I cut a whole bunch of them out at once. I think I even cut 2 layers at once, to be honest. It worked pretty well. It doesn't always work really well to do that, but this time it did. Okay, then before I go any further, I have a piece of white that is 3/4 of an inch by about 1.5. And I'm going to stamp hello on this in Flirty Flamingo ink. Jeannie, that is very possible. We've cleaned it up so much it doesn't look like our house anymore. That's funny. That's funny. Thanks for the giggle. All right, so I'm going to use my tailored tag punch and punch off an edge right there. And I'm only going to lay that there just to get a feel for where I want my hello to be. That way, I don't put my flowers in places that won't work for it. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue to the back of this one here. I'm going to move that out of the way right there. Okay, I'm going to put another one kind of up here this direction. I'm going to pop my hello on there now that I have it all kind of settled down. I learned this the hard way because if you put all the flowers down, then sometimes this doesn't fit where you want it to fit, okay? Now I'm going to take my last flower right here. I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of that. And you remember I cut all of these out of that designer series paper. I didn't even stamp my flowers. You could, because the stamp set has the blooms, right? Okay, now look, I'm going to lay that right there. Do you see how now that is exactly where I want it to be? And I'm going to add a gold, I think they call this elegant trim. It comes in gold and silver together. And I'm just going to tie a bow, loop around and through. And kind of shorten it a little bit here. There we go. And cut my ends off. And I'm going to add this with a glue dot right to the very corner here of my card, right underneath those flowers right there. I'm going to shore this up and pull it tight here. There we go. Pretty, huh? Now for the inside, I'm going to take my basic white paper that is cut 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to ink up my big bloom. With Flirty Flamingo, and I'm just going to stamp a flower in that corner, and then another one up here in that corner. Add this to the inside of my card. So you can see there are so many variations, right, on colors, but they're all just so beautiful. I hope you enjoyed looking at what other people had done. If you want, go back and rewatch and take pictures of what other people did. But remember, these are online exclusives. So they're only available online. They will never be in a catalog. And they're while supplies last. Now, maybe those supplies will last for months and months, and maybe they'll last for 2 or 3 days. Who knows? We don't know, right? Okay, so here's my card for the night. This is not an online card class this week. Couldn't get it together this week with all my moving, cleaning, packing. It's been a little overwhelming, but it's all going to be good. So I hope that you will, if you don't already, I'm going to move everything up and around here. Okay. There we go. Thanks for joining me tonight. What I was going to say is, if you want to know about my online classes, all of my classes that I'm offering in the next few months, you can do online or to go, all of them. So if you're interested in that, getting them to go, those of you who are local to me, we're going to have to start doing more things online. I hope you don't give up on me, because I'm still going to be the happy, joyful demonstrator you've always grown to love. You're just going to have to do things from a distance now. So, everybody, thank you so much. I'm so humbled and grateful that you came to watch me tonight. And please join my newsletter list. If I don't have your email, you can DM me up above and I'll get you on the list for tomorrow, so that you can start getting all the information about my online classes, classes to go, and in-person classes as well. Bingo night is coming up. I'm so excited. I haven't done a bingo night in so long, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. So God bless everybody, and we'll see you next Monday night.